Aquarius, welcome into Mona's World of Tarot. We are taking a look to see what is in store for you for the month of February. It is still Aquarius season. If you have not watched that Aquarius season reading, do check it out. It was absolutely amazing. Like I said, February readings, Aquarius, you know my disclaimers. This reading may or may not resonate for you. With a free reading, we take what resonates and we leave what does not. If you are looking for a reading that resonates for you flawlessly, do check the link in the description box and book one. I might cuss a little bit. If you're comfortable with those types of vibes, definitely do stick around. Feel free to hit the thumbs up, comment on the video, drop a little emoji below, subscribe because I'm on the road to 1K, but yeah. That's what I got, Aquarius. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in store for you for the month of February. Okay. So we're going to take a look to see what this Nine of Swords is about here before I pour into it. But Aquarius, I feel like for some of you, you really could just be experiencing some things in life that are bringing you a bit of sorrow. You could be losing sleep for some reason. For a lot of you, I feel like maybe there have been some changes either in your business or in your career where you're trying to navigate those things, but because it's such a new realm for you, you have moments where there's a little bit of doubt that could be shining and casting through here. For some of you, you just genuinely are having issues with getting the things that you are very passionate about to kind of be the full focus of your life in a manner that's successful, I guess. For some of you, you really are just having a hard time because you're not making or seeing the money that you would like to have with the level of risk that you poured into either a project, your career. For some of you, you could have relocated somewhere and you just feel like moving or making the choice to quit the job, to close the business, whatever it was, that what you expected to happen after it happened, it has not happened yet. And that could just be bringing you a little bit of sadness, a little bit of anxiety. For some of you, you are just, it's overall anxiety, right? So this definitely has something to do with money or like just generating wealth in general. So with this Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and Queen of Swords here, a lot of you really, you kind of feel like you were cheated out of something. Someone robbed you of an experience. For some of you, you feel like you robbed yourself of that experience, again, by quitting a job or making some sort of decision to leave something behind that you felt was not aligning for you perfectly. And as a direct result, Aquarius, you really could just be having an issue with your finances. It feels like you're really having to juggle things, or maybe there's not enough that's there. Some of you could also, some people could have borrowed some money from you or taking something from you and didn't give it back. They stole it, right? And you're having a difficult time. For a lot of you, this person could be a feminine energy, but it could be all of those things. That's tough, but I know that that's not going to be the focus of your month, Aquarius. So let's see what else is in store. I feel like that was just giving us a little something off the back to go along with. So anyway, with this King of Swords being present here, I really do see some of you being very strategic or trying to make some strategic moves in your life for what comes next for you, Aquarius. This month, do take the time out to plan. A lot of you should be developing a schedule. For some of you, this is going to be like you wake up every day at 6 o'clock, you stretch, you shower, maybe you do a little workout, maybe you don't. Maybe you sit down and you design for an hour. Maybe you sit down and you record music for an hour, or you sit down and you pour into something. Then this comes next, then that comes next, and then you're in bed by 8:30, you know, and then you get up the next morning. You really need to develop some sort of a routine this month to help you move forward and navigate and implement all of these new things that you have planned. A lot of you are really at a place where you are seeking balance in your finances, and you're ready to do whatever the fuck you got to do to see that money come through. So do that. Like I said about creating a schedule, those of you that are content creators, I definitely do see there being a need for you to get more organized, or maybe get some sort of a schedule going with how you are posting your content. I just feel like this is super complex here, Aquarius. So for a lot of you, as far as implementing these new ideas where you are very successful and you are pouring into the job, the business, for some of you into the relationship, but you're pouring into this thing. And this month, I definitely do see you finding the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I said, for some of you, you took significant risk here. You quit a job, you stopped a business, you left a relationship, but you took a very significant risk here, and it didn't give what you thought it was going to give, Aquarius. But this month, I definitely do see you organizing the world around you, really kind of focusing on how you can get ahead of the competition as well, but also implementing those ideas. For a lot of you, if you've been feeling a level of like sadness or a lack of emotional fulfillment about where your life has been going, do continue to push forward and do what you've been doing, but also learn new ways to do things. Learn how to be one step better than the competition. And you are going to see that work that you have been pouring in, it's gonna pay off. It really is. I see a lot of you coming up with some new ideas this month as well for how you can move beyond all of these losses and the emotional sadness. And for a lot of you, I don't feel like you're currently fucked up about it, but I do feel that, you know, you have noticed, you can feel those things. For some of you, like I said, you really are struggling financially with life a little bit, but you're gonna be okay. Absolutely. The light at the end of the tunnel. That is what February is for you, Aquarius. So do be excited. For some of you, and I'm going to talk about it real quick, especially since this reconciliation card popped out, and then we got the I love myself card as well. For some of you, this is a relationship that has brought you nightmares. You found out someone cheated, somebody dogged you, or somebody did you really fucking wrong here. And you've been very, very sad about it. For some of you, I definitely do feel like that person is going to come back in and try to apologize or try to show you changed behavior or something like that. I will say you can be hopeful about it, especially with this reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. But also with this I love myself, do remember that it is important for you to make sure that you are only in connections that pour into you the same way that you pour into them. And if those things are not balanced for you, it's time for you to sound the motherfucking trumpet and wrap that shit up wherever it is, okay? Yeah, that 2 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck there. You hear me? For real. Let's see. Yeah, we got this closing door completion. Aquarius, I definitely do feel like the cycle that you have been going through has been a difficult one. I definitely don't feel like outside of the regular, like you've been processing what you've been going through here, okay? I can see that for sure. And when you start to process what you've been experiencing, you got one of 2 options. If you keep your mind focused on what you're going through, oh shit, you might have a tendency to be sad, be depressed, be anxious, be fucked up. But for a lot of you, you are not at all fucked up about where you currently are in your life. You are hopeful. You know that these good opportunities are coming, and you know that things get better. To quote my husband, who's an Aquarius, it gets greater later. Literally, Aquarius, Whatever the fuck you've been through, just remember, that's your affirmation for this reading. It gets greater later. Because it truly, truly does. Winter's dream, gestation period. You know, there are seasons in your life, Aquarius. And then at the bottom, we got overflowing plenty. It's coming, I promise. When we start thinking about spring, we sow seeds, right? We sow seeds, and all through the spring, we have to nurture those seeds, right? You got to make sure that you are pouring energy into whatever the fuck is in your life when you are in a period of spring. So if you've recently started some things, you get some shit rolling, you're in your spring period, okay? Then we roll into summer. We're watering the crops, we're trimming, we're watching for pests and all those things. You're really taking care of it. As you roll through the summer months, you got to make sure it's not too hot, it's not too cold, that your plants are still growing, that the things that you are pouring your energy into are still growing. Then we roll into fall. Fall is harvest season. You sowed the seeds, you tended to your garden, and now in the fall time, it's time for you to reap everything that you've sowed and enjoy it. During the winter period, it's cold, nothing grows, things are barren, and all you have left to do are plan for what's next. Winter's dream. Aquarius, February, leading up to February, whatever the fuck you have been thinking about trying to implement, do go ahead and get started. It might have felt very, very cold in your life, but consider yourself moving into a spring period in your life. The things that you've been dreaming about, it's time for you to start sowing those seeds this month. Get a move on, get a schedule together, get on a clear path to where the fuck you're going, Aquarius. The hard times are over. That is what I have for you. Love you.